Hi guys, happy Diwali. I hope all of you are doing well. Enjoy yourself. Have some nice food. Uh, Burst some crackers. Have some fun, basically. So, today I want to take this moment to address one important issue. Like, what is India's biggest challenge? Corruption? Price rise? In poor infrastructure? None of this. It's poor health, an impending metabolic crisis, metabolic disaster to be more particular. So, that is India's number one problem. It might not have a direct impact or the most, it might not impact you right now, but think about this. There are estimated to be 10 million plus diabetes cases in India. 1 in 3 have fatty liver, 1 in 4 with PCOS. So it's essentially affecting you on so many levels: your quality of life, your reproductive capabilities, so your how much you can work. So India as a nation is failing on this regard. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to say, wow, we are a great nation. US has this problem. So yes, everybody has a problem in their own way, but what we have is a huge problem. We are literally in a metabolic disaster. You might not recognize this now. You might not see the impact of this maybe in a year or 2 years or 5 years even. But 10 years down the line, this will be the biggest challenge we will tackle as a nation. We'll be face to face with metabolic crisis. Just in your home, are there anybody with diabetes or a hypertension or heart disease or a cancer or some sort of illness? You definitely, you can in your family or in your immediate family, you definitely have somebody, at least one person. So this is the seriousness of the issue. And what is worse is that the demographics of this thing is changing. What was earlier a disease of the affluent and the older generations is now essentially something that starts from childhood. What used to happen in 40s is now happening in 30s and now even further 20s. And what is supposed to be happening much later is happening much earlier. So kids are the direct victims and they are the biggest losers, right? So I'm 29 now. I'm 29. I grew up in a generation where, yes, we had access to a lot of unhealthy stuff. We had the Cokes and the Pepsis and those sip-ups and fruities and all that stuff. We had all those. But the thing is that we did not start all this from right from the childhood. At least through our developmental years, we were eating homely food. That's another problem I want to address, but I'll come to that later. So we were having homely food. We were having home cooked food. We did not have, for multiple reasons, we couldn't simply afford or whatever, and parents were strict about it. So we did not have the luxury that kids these days are having. And maybe when we were 15 or 16 or later on is when we got access to all kinds of junk food, and that does have an impact on our health. But the situation is much different for kids today. Somebody born in 2000s or 2000s later on, they have access to so many things, and they can just just click on their mobile and they can just find all sorts of food items. Just sit here, I can order something. So that is the biggest problem. There is uncontrolled access to processed food, ultra processed food. You can get everything. I want a pizza, it's coming in 10 minutes. I want a burger, it's coming in 10 minutes. I want to have a biryani, it's coming in 10 minutes. No, it might take a little longer, but you got the point, right? Whatever I need, I have access to at this moment. And this is terrifying as a kid, because a child as small as 5 years old or 6 year old is able to do this. He makes a scene. You as the parent are just going to order something because it's a kid. It's a kid. Yeah. But you are totally messing up their brain on the taste buds. Their perception of taste is not something which you had or somebody your parent had. Their perception was something natural. You might be liking, say, march bath, or you might be like rice and avial, but that is gone. Their perception of taste is burger. Their perception of taste is pizzas. Their perception of taste is French fries. So this is what is going on, and I seen a child as young as 8-year-old with a fatty liver, non-alcoholic fatty liver. So this condition they used to be called just fatty liver, and it was restricted to people who drink alcohol. Now you are having 8-year-olds with this condition. So imagine the situation. It's that bad. So that is what I wanted to bring to your attention as a Diwali message. Just focus on your health. We are in trouble. We are in trouble. Whether you like to deny, accept it or not, we are in big trouble as a nation. And nobody seems to be addressing this. It's just us and a few of us on social media ranting about this. But other than this, nobody really addresses this. Everybody is after millets and soy chunks and odd nonsense. It's all total shit they are after. It's like the gym bro stuff. Let me build some biceps. Let me eat some soy chunks. Let me eat some noodles and all that shit. But there is a clear lack of proper guided messages, proper, either from the authorities are busy pushing veg food and millets, and these influencers with soy chunks and all that nonsense. So there is lack of direction for the average person. That needs to change. Unfortunately, we don't have somebody like an RFK Jr. Pushing things. Like, the man is something else. I don't talk politics and I don't give a shit about politics. But what he is doing for US and what happens in the US will be reflected throughout the world. He's going all after seed oils. He's going after unnecessary vaccines. Like, why are we even hiding? Like, we know that COVID vaccine was a disaster. I'm going to speak about it. I'm not going to hide about it. He's going after statins. He's going after all sorts of shit. God bless him. God bless him. I hope he stays safe, because he's pissing off a lot of folks. The big pharma, the big agriculture, the big food. They're essentially controlling us. So that needs to change. And in India, the biggest problem is the sugar lobby. It's not the pharma, it's the sugar lobby. They have so much control over what is happening, the government policies and everything. This is not a left-wing, right-wing thing. This is general thing. So that is the situation we are in, and we are not addressing anything. We need to change all this. We need to get healthier. Do you want to see our kids suffer? Is that what we want? Now we have an abundance of population, but if the situation goes, we won't. We'll be just... some might consider it as a good thing. That's your choice. I don't know what's up to you, but there can be a population collapse. Women are infertile. Men have erectile dysfunction. Nobody talks about this shit, but you know the reality, right? There are 20-year-old guys reaching out to me saying, I can't get a boner. Like, it's so terrible. People can't even grow a proper beard and a mustache these days. Yeah, it's my genetics. It's not genetics, dude. You are essentially becoming feminized. There is a lack of testosterone. Women have more testosterone. Imagine that. They are infertile, and we have all sorts of problems. Like, so much cases of cancer, so much cases of heart disease, and what do our folks say? It's because of eggs. Yeah, it's because of that one egg you had the last weekend. That's the problem. Not this daily shit you're consuming. So Think straight. Don't think with whatever they are feeding you. By them I mean the authorities and the big pharma and all that shit. Don't think straight. For example, seed oils. Oh, I don't have any studies. There are this studies saying that. I can find studies to point or to justify my points. Give me 5 minutes, I can find a study to justify any point, and I can put it in a convincing way using enough jargon to convince you. I can do that. So screw the shit. Just understand what is happening. Just follow the money trail, right? Follow the money trail. For instance, I want to talk about statin a bit. So I want to give me a sec. Okay, so the first statin, the first lowest statin was produced in 1987, approved by FDA in 1987. And guess what happened in 1988? They developed a new guideline saying that LDL cholesterol should be below 130. That's the first time a guideline was set up for cholesterol. The year after FDA approved statins, the cholesterol lowering meds. You don't need a scientific mind to understand this. You need common sense. See the money trail. What is happening? You see the money trail. That's what you understand that, right? About seed oils, like refined oils, heart healthy oils, they just came about 50-60 years back. What were our ancestors living on? Down south they were having coconut oil and cold press oils. Down in north they were having ghee, butter. We survived for generations fine before all this shit came into our lives. So why are we still focused on this? Why have we traded our common sense just to appease or just to follow along? Why don't we use our brains when it comes to these things? I'm not saying medicine is bad. I'm not shitting against modern medicine. If I get an accident, if I get a heart attack, I'm rushing to a hospital for emergency care, for serious condition. That's the best thing. I'm not stupidly saying this is bad, that is bad. I'm not blaming doctors even. What I'm saying is the mindset of prevention and the critical thought process which required to make decisions for yourself is missing, and it has the biggest impact in food, right? Like, look at the food we are eating. Even like I get some of the best food. I try to get some of the best food, organic and all that. But in spite of that, I know I'm eating a lot of crap. The courtesy of the food quality in this country. Ghee, I don't know what it's adulterated with. Pesticides, God knows what happening. From my experience, I can tell you that what is thought of as a gluten sensitivity is essentially happening because of all the damn pesticides they are putting in. Right? So this is the situation we are in. We have poor food quality. We have poor understanding of food and nutrition. The authorities and the agencies are pushing the wrong things, and we are the most ignorant population. We don't even think for a moment. Eggs are a problem. Oh my God, eggs are a problem. Meat is a problem. Chicken, like you ponder more about antibiotics, trace antibiotics in eggs, than wonder about what is there in seed oil. Or when you're reusing that oil, you're having a stupid shit from that street food vendor. No offense to them, they make the money, that's sort of cool for me, but look at that, it literally looks like tar, right? It's like the person has been heating the oil from the morning to the night, and they've been using it for 2-3 days. It looks like stupid shit. It's tar. You don't question any of that. You are okay with that. You are okay eating crap from the railway station. You are okay with all of that shit. But when we say eggs, trace antibiotics, dude, you have bigger worries. You have bigger worries. Don't major in the minors. Don't major in the minor. Like, fix the most important things, then we can get into this minute details, then we can fine tune the process. But till then, focus on what is important. Like, why are we even having, like, there's such a level of misinformation that we are, on daily basis I'm arguing with somebody like, oh, protein sources. Just accept it. Protein sources comes from animal sources: meat, chicken, fish, eggs, dairy products like paneer, cheese, yogurt. These are your main protein sources. If you want to live in a world where you think dal is a protein source, fine, that's your choice, but you are screwing up your health. I'm telling for your benefit, or for those who are listening to this, I'm telling for your benefit that these are the protein sources, whether you like it or not. And the other things are like minute protein sources. They are not primary sources. And if you're not getting them enough from food, you have to go for a supplement. That would be whey. And whey is expensive. I mean, expensive in the good quality whey. If you're taking two scoops a day, it would be expensive. But that's the price you have to pay for the choices you make. Beggars can't be losers. So if I want to live a certain way when it comes to my food habits, if I want to eat just country chicken, that's my choice, and that choice brings me 1 kg chicken at 500 rupees. That's the price I'm paying for my choice. So you understand that it's not like I'm trying to push you towards a more costly diet. I'm not affiliated with any brand. We are not affiliated with anything. We don't get anything from selling anything. So, but we are saying this because this is legit information. Somebody was asking me yesterday, like, what about soy? What can I have? 20 grams soy, 30 grams soy, 50 grams soy? I'm like, I told you the reasons. I told you why soy is shit. Told you why soy hurts your thyroid. That person had a thyroid issue, thyroid. But if you want, I know it's not good, and I'm gonna keep saying it's not good. But if you want to take somebody else's opinion and think it's okay for you in small quantity or whatever, that's your choice, your body, your health, your decision. It's not in my hands, but I have to be truthful. I don't want or we don't want to garner attention by saying bullshit, right? There should be sensibility. I'm the same person who says soy is not good for you, but I also say that eat meat doesn't work in this country. Eat meat. What is eat meat? Just eat meat and be a carnivore. Like, that's gonna work for how long? For a month, 2 months, 3 months? So sensibility is something that's missing. Just because you've found something and something works for you doesn't mean that it works for everybody. I guess I stayed longer on my rant, but now I want to go offer some solutions. So I mentioned some solutions on a tweet the other day, but I will just mention it. Forget everything. Forget nutrition, forget macros and everything, right? So make sure that you're having a fair amount of animal products. That is my number one suggestion. I give you a 5-point thing. Animal products. If you're a vegetarian, that would be dairy products. Milk, paneer, yogurt, cheese, all varieties of cheese. So if you are make sure that animal products form the basis of your diet. Second point, 2 meals a day. Yes, this doesn't apply to everyone, but 90% of them just go for 2 meals. Skip the breakfast, or in other words, delay the breakfast, bring the lunch earlier and have your dinner. That would be an ideal way. Your preference, you can have breakfast and lunch and skip dinner. So 2 meals a day. Screw the seed oil. Just throw it in the garbage right now, right? Just take it and throw it in the garbage. That's what it deserves. You shouldn't even use it for once. That shit stays in your system for almost 7 years. It's got a half-life of 2.5 years or 3 years, I believe. So that shit stays in your body for a long time. So screw seed oil. Just go for fruit oils like coconut oil or olive oil, and otherwise just go for animal fats like ghee, ghee, butter, tallow or whatever. So this is my 3 steps. Get some physical activity done. Just get some physical activity done. Strength training is the number one thing. Try to do some push-ups. If you can't do it on the floor, just do it against a bench, or if you can't do it, just do it against a wall. Doesn't matter how you do it, just make sure your muscles are getting some activation. That's what I want. So that's the fourth thing. And the fifth thing is just have a control over what you eat. Have a control in general, have a control over what you eat. Forget calories, forget counting carbs and all that. Just make sure that you are not overeating. Just stop when you're like 80% of your limit. Drink water, have a lot of veggies as a filler, just fill it up, but stop at 80% of your whatever is maximum. Don't go to 80 to, don't make it from 80 to 100 or 110. Don't push it, that's all. These things plus cutting off all ultra processed food. Yeah, that again you can have it, like today's Diwali, tomorrow is also some festive season. So you have a sweet or not, you have some food, nobody gives a shit. But 90% of the time you get it right, I don't have any issue, you will be sorted. So this is all I have to say. I hope my Diwali message is clear. I might have ranted a bit more than what I would like, but it had to be said. It had to be said. And happy Diwali, everyone, and have a great time. Ignore what I ignore about all the carbs and stuff I say. Just have some sweets. Have fun. Be responsible. Be on track from tomorrow. Hope you guys get my message. Bye.